Hello, this is Bonita, and what has been going on with me in this last week is that I went to the doctor. He diagnosed me with hypertension, gave me medication. He said that my hair loss could be associated with some iron deficiency, told me to continue taking iron pills, and he referred me to a dermatologist. And I will be meeting with her. Well, actually, I have a phone appointment with her tomorrow. I do think, however, that my hair loss pattern matches androgenic alopecia, so I'm trying to get emotionally ready for that diagnosis. They made me do some blood work, but the tests are not ready yet. So I've been trying to check them to see if I can see something there, but um, they haven't been posted to my records yet. Um, so there's that, and there's actually some drama. I've been posted. I've been posting some pictures of myself in wigs on my Instagram and my Facebook accounts. My family is super supportive. Not only my family here in my house with me, but also my family, like my mother, my cousins, my sister, and all of that. So they've been very supportive. My mother asked me if I wanted her to cut off her hair so that I could have a wig made. I said no. She has beautiful hair, but it looks beautiful on her. um, so they've been very supportive. But of course, there's always an a-hole. And I did post these pictures on Instagram, and there is this person who was always in silent mode. I think I forgot she was on my Facebook. The thing is that the day I posted um, these pictures, she posted one of herself wearing a wig. Um, the caption for her picture was something like, she does it to spice up her marriage. Good for her, right? Um, that she loves her natural thick hair, but if that she ever loses it, she will just close her Facebook account or social media accounts. Um, that day and the timing of it and everything, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way, but I didn't want to seem oversensitive or overreact to that or anything, so I didn't say anything. Um, then, days after that, she posted a photoshopped picture of herself with a bald head, and she asked, it was like a poll, and she asked yay or nay, and her friends said nay. So then she posted again under the same pictures and wrote that she that I guess is a nay. I prefer my head with the care. The bold look doesn't go with me or anyone else. Anyways, that rubbed me the very wrong way. I deleted her, but first I let her know that it was cute to see her try to put me down, because nobody can put you down if you don't let them. You have to give them permission, and I didn't give her permission to do that. Anyways, there was that. And then today, in this other group I belong to, which is an alopecia group, support group on Facebook, is very good. They have these very beautiful, supportive posts, and people are very nice overall. And there was this post about cultural appropriation, like head wraps and cultural appropriation, because someone had a bad experience, and I wrote my opinion, and then another person wrote that it was that the opinions like mine were very gross, very gross. Um, and my opinion is not an idealistic opinion or anything like that. I am a health educator who has done public health. I have trained people on diversity, cultural sensitivity, and all of that. I am a part of a minority or many minorities, so it's not like I'm talking out of my ASS. Anyways, I let her know this, and she got really angry with me and said um, that I didn't understand what cultural appropriation was, that she was doubting my training skills, that she was doubting my education also, and that I was taking things personally, but couldn't um, find nice words to communicate with me. So, anyways, I explained to her that before we accuse anyone of cultural appropriation, we need to know the whole story. A lot of people admire a culture and sometimes they do things that appropriate things from that culture out of admiration and not necessarily mockery or hatred. But in most cases, you don't know the whole story for the person. For example, I went to this local store and I was wearing a turban. And the cashier, it was a black man, he said to me in a very loud way, "Oh, you're trying to imitate Nick Cannon. Um, a black queen can pull off that look, like I couldn't." And I told him, turbans are actually a creation or an invention. They originated in Egypt and in Middle East, and I have ancestry of both places. Uh, in that case, for example, this is a person assuming that I am appropriating something that he sees as belonging to his culture when, if we're technical about it, it also belonged to my culture, ancestry, whatever. And that's not even the point. If you look at it from a historical um, point of view, women across the world throughout history have used some sort of head covering at some point or another. So if you I love genealogy. So if you trace back your ancestry, you will find any type of culture in which women cover their hairs. No culture has a claim to one style of covering or another. So technically you could wear one whatever type of head covering you want. And to prove my point, I do cover because I first started covering because I'm an Eastern Orthodox and we cover to go into the temple. um, how we cover is up to us. Some women cover the matushka kind of way, which is like um, a veil, and then they throw one of the ends on the back, and that's it. So that would be like the Slavic kind of way. Some other people cover the Greek way, which is a bandana tied back here, which is a yaya kind of way. Um, some women cover with turbans like these or with tichels, which are an Israeli type of head covering. Um, all of them are well seen, they are welcome, and nothing happens. That's it. I do prefer tichels because they're very comfortable because they let the hair breathe. And I was taught how to tie them up by Jewish women. I was taught where to buy them by Jewish women, which I also have ancestry of. So you see, you cannot go by ancestry or by race or by ethnicity because we are all interconnected some way or another. The thing is, I know that black Americans in United States are more sensitive to this because they were forced to cover at some point in history. Their laws were created for them to cover, for women to cover their hairs so as not to offend anyone or some stupid thing like that. But, but that's not the reason why people cover today. There are religious reasons, there are medical reasons, and there are some women who have curly hair and who watch these videos on YouTube and all of that and learn from black women. To be honest, when I started considering wigs, the first videos I saw were of black women and how they kind of blend the lace fronts with the skin, how they secure the wigs and all that, and I learned a lot from them. I went to Sally's near my home, and I was wearing a wig. It was one of the first times that I was wearing a wig in public, and I was looking for all the products that you need to take care of the wig, but I didn't know much about it. And one of the employees, she was a black American, and she came to me and she removed the front part of her wig, which, you know, not a lot of people are willing to do that, but she removed it and taught me how to secure it back, how to glue it back so that I could have a better visual. And then they didn't have any of the products, so she sent me to this other store, which is an African store, and she told me like the products I needed and where they were located in the store because she also goes to that store. So I was able to buy all of my stuff there. So was I appropriating her culture? No, I was learning from her culture. And I think that if we see um, culture, especially in the United States, where it's such a melting pot, if we see things that way, I don't think that we would be hating on each other so easily. We would give people the benefit of the doubt more often than not, and we would probably not be so biased when we judge someone. We don't know the reasons for a person to do things, and we shouldn't be guessing all the time. Yes, there are occasions in which it's obvious. This person, for example, told me that I'm talking about the person in the group, in the Facebook group. She told me that I couldn't understand what cultural appropriation was, and she used as an example the Indian mascots in these sports teams, and she said, "You don't understand what that is." Well, I do. I mean, here I am Native American. Yeah, I understand what that means. I am a minority living here. Living, I am an American. I am a Native American. I am. I belong to many different ethnicities and cultures. So it's not that I don't understand, it's that I have two choices. The first one is to judge everyone as if they were hating on me, and the second one is to just be a normal human being and let people show who they are and then create a judgment. Does that apply to mascots, to Indian mascots in sports team? They're not a person. They are an entity. You can read where their motives came from and all of that, but when we're talking about human beings, because I'm also a Christian, I have to give people the benefit of the doubt. I don't want to think that all people hate me and want to mock me, right? I need to be more positive and think that people want good things for me, of course, in a way that I can protect myself, but also that I can see this person as someone who I don't know anything about and who will show me, and then I'll believe what this person show me. Um, there are white women that if they're covering their heads, you can see very fair skin, light eyes, very European features and all of that. But then they take off their head covering and they have curls because they are probably biracial and they only show one side, and or because they are Europeans with very thick curls, which are common. Curls are common everywhere. Even some Asian cultures have them. So, anyways, you cannot judge. There's this meme online that I love. When I first started covering as a Christian, I saw this meme that shows a lot of different women who covered for religious reasons. And the game with the meme was to match the head covering to the religion. And many Christian women from also a Facebook group, myself included, couldn't match them all because many head coverings cross over from one country to another. For example, the Ethiopian woman and the Orthodox Ethiopian woman and the Indian woman from India, they use a very similar covering that is like a veil, like a very long veil, and then they cross it around their neck and wrap their bodies around. And they both look very, very, very similar. If you didn't know that Ethiopian women wear white head coverings and you see both, you could confuse them. And for example, like I said, head coverings. No culture has a claim on any particular head covering. Not even Muslim women. Muslim women cover their heads, and there are many other different groups that cover their heads too. Even men, Sikh men. Don't know if I'm saying it right. Sikh, like from Iraq, from that area, they use turbans too, and they cover, and they're men. So we shouldn't be so quick to judge. I think that's why our country is in 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 the mess that it is right now, because we're so quick to judge. Not everyone wants the worst for you. A lot of people admire another culture and they don't know how to express it. They do something that may be seen as cultural appropriation. And if you look deeper, if you care to listen to that person, if you care to learn, um, that person was probably just doing it because of ignorance, or doing it because of admiration, or doing it because the person is also part of that culture. And even if the phenotype doesn't match what you think that person should look like. So that was my rant today. I hope that you stay for the whole video. Um, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye. God bless.